Welcome back to the table, man, where everybody eat. You about to get into ACHR, ACHR Aviation. You know, right now it's at $11.51. It was up 20% on the day, on Friday. Friday's closed, January 3rd. Up 20%. Now, if you recall, one of my other videos I mentioned that I had ACHR, ACHR Aviation. I called it out in the Facebook group on November 12th at around $4.71. And I remember the next couple of days it went down as low as like $4, maybe a little lower than that. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Let's get back over here. But before we continue, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell. Drop a comment below. So, as you can tell in the name, ACHR Aviation is an aviation company, and they, what is it called, the eVTOL, electric vehicle takeoff and landing company or whatnot, in a sense. Now, they're looking into flying taxis and flying cars, but they also are part of this hype that's going on right now dealing with defense stocks and drones and things of that nature. But ACHR has been doing big things before Donald Trump got into office. Speaking of that, let me see right now and give you guys this update here. So, some folks, you know, as you can see here, it says, apologize, bear with me. Some folks think it's too late to buy ACHR Aviation, but here's the biggest reason why there's still time. As you can see, it says ACHR Aviation stock has outperformed S&P 500 over the past 6 months. I believe it's up like almost 150% in the past 6 months. The company has several potential catalysts in 2025 to drive the stock higher. And then growth investors shouldn't be dissuaded from picking up ACHR stock. Now, as they say, ACHR Aviation preparing for liftoff from receiving important Federal Aviation Administration FAA certifications, such as inking new deals in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, let's put it that way. You know, they say the company, look at me, up, go back, how we get this. Should the company succeed at achieving its goal, it's likely that the stock will climb even higher into the wild blue yonder. Also, ACHR expects to start producing aircraft in early 2025 for use in commercial operations, planning to ramp up production through the year and resulting in a production cadence of 2 aircraft per month by the end of the year. Now, again, if the company proceed as planned and start to provide air taxi service to customers in the UAE by the end of 2025, investors could celebrate the company's success and drive this stock higher. So, one successful example would be receiving the critical FAA type certification. They say ACHR estimates that it has supplied about 12% of the total compliance verification documents in the final phase of the FAA certification process. So, as you can see, or as you hear, as well as see, ACHR Aviation got some big things going on. Now, you can see from the chart here that, again, I been in this stock or was in this stock, but I sold it at about maybe $8. Can't recall. Had a few options on it as well. I'm considering if we could break over this right here, this $11.50 range. If we could break over this $11.50 range, then I may get back in, consider doing some calls, some more dated calls, call options. And I probably will grab some more shares and this time hold. Typically, once the stock reaches over $10, it goes higher and it doesn't really see under 10, especially if they have catalysts such as ACHR. So, as we see here also, we have a support at about $9.57, which is this breakout of this candle. And we're on the 4-hour chart, so these levels are pretty sturdy. I don't see it going back to 812. You never know, but look at how this 50-day moving average on the 4-hour chart has been going up, up, up. Now let's peep the 5-minute chart real quick before we get into a few other things on ACHR. Oh, that's from just now. I'm like, what is this big old arrow doing on my screen? Oh my gosh, look at that breakout on the 5-minute chart from $9.57. That is insane. See that psychological $10 level? Again, we're going to make that a dotted line because it could possibly go through there, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it at all. So, yeah, 1072, as you see, it broke out over 1072, came down again, tested it, and then it went higher. So, key levels right now on ACHR is that breakout of $11.50. It has a support at $11, as you can see here, or a possible support $11, but we'll go with the $10.70. If it gets $10.70, that could be another re-entry or loading zone on ACHR. So keep in mind, 11.53 is resistance. $10.70 is a support, as well as a $10 psychological level as a support. 11 psychological level, maybe keep that in mind, but $10.70 will be like a safe, guaranteed pullback. All right, so now let's look at this here. As we see here, the 52-week low is $2.82. 52-week high must be recent, $11.69. And the average volume is 51 mil. Today's volume was 55 mil. Pretty big. Based on 9 analysts, they got it set at a buy. And then there's no PE ratio because honestly, this company thus far hasn't been profitable. But if they end up doing big things with the catalyst that they have ahead, oh my gosh. I mean, from financial backing, from who knows, the government and whatnot for some of their drones and things of that nature. But also once we get into the flying taxis and you have it, this right here could be a big one for 2025, definitely by 2030, along with quantum computing. Let's look here at a little news. Once again, Yahoo Finance, if you guys aren't familiar, it's free, get a lot of information, but let's see right here. December 19th, ACHR Aviation. ACHR completes construction of high-volume manufacturing facility. That was on December 19th. They discussed new defense unit and a partnership. That's 22 days ago. So that was like December 12th. ACHR announced a strategic partnership. Yep, the same thing again. With Anduril developed hybrid eVTOL military aircraft. So again, I mean, I could go on and probably just find a whole bunch of good things about ACHR. And this all could be why ACHR is possibly moving to the upside. And if we go back and look at this chart once again, man, it's just like textbook perfect, man. You cannot go wrong with how this stock has been moving on this 5-minute chart. Yeah, it has been moving pretty good. Pull back here, but as you can see, it consistently been making, not consistently, we had one lower high, but low, high, made a lower low and a lower high, but then it reclaimed a higher low right here, high, you could go there, and then another higher low right here, which ended up pulling back, still making a higher low, and then now we're at a higher high. So we could do a higher low again at $10.40. That's actually going to be, instead of $10.07, $10.40 is really what I want. That'll make it a higher low. If we go to 10, then that could be a little ugly. So I'm going to do $10.40 for that higher low. And that's what we got on ACHR, man. Once again, appreciate you guys tapping in, sitting down at the table where everybody eat. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below. Check out the Patreon, $5 a month. The link will be in the description below. as well as pinned as the top comment. Check us out. Get all our alerts. You get daily jewels. You get what stocks you're watching for the week. You get updates on news catalysts. The list goes on, man. But thank you guys for tapping in. One love.